Hello Man United fans. Marcus Rashford has two options as Man United door closes and preferred transfer emerges. Marcus Rashford has suffered a hamstring injury, which looks to have brought his season to a premature end, having signed for Aston Villa on loan in January from Manchester United. What now for Marcus Rashford? With his season seemingly over after suffering a hamstring injury, the England forward must now plot the next move in his storied career. Unwanted at his boyhood club Manchester United, Rashford faces a potentially career-defining summer as he ponders his immediate future. With no way back for him at United as long as Ruben Amorim is in charge, Rashford has two options: secure a permanent move elsewhere or another loan switch if that first objective proves impossible. Although United's medical staff are liaising with their counterparts at Aston Villa, where Rashford is on loan until the end of the season, the forward will not return to his parent club to undergo his rehab. Having Rashford back at United's Carrington training complex would create an unwanted and unnecessary distraction for Amorim, after all the controversy of the player's contentious departure following their fallout. But unless United can agree a deal with another club for Rashford when the transfer window opens in early June, the 26-year-old will have no option but to report back for preseason training in early July and potentially even go on their 3-game summer tour of the U.S. Given the acrimony between Rashford and Amorim, having the former back training with his erstwhile United teammates, let alone embarking on a 2-week tour of America with the squad, would be counterproductive for both parties. Rashford favors a move to a club abroad that can guarantee him Champions League football, with Barcelona said to be his preferred option. But it remains to be seen if the Catalan club want him and, even if they do, whether they are willing to pay his £40 million transfer fee and wages of £350,000 a week. One of the stumbling blocks for Rashford in terms of his next move, whether permanent or not, is his exorbitant salary. Villa are covering a significant portion of Rashford's wages, complemented by performance-related bonuses relating to goals and appearances. Against that backdrop, Rashford is understood to be willing to take a pay cut to secure a move away this summer and draw a line under his United career. But if no club can pay United's asking price and meet his wage demands even if they are lowered to facilitate such a move, another loan switch is his only option. It all points to an uncertain future for a player who was the poster boy for English football just 5 years ago, as much for his actions off the pitch in successfully campaigning for free school meals for underprivileged children as his heroics on it. Back then, Rashford could do no wrong, a role model on and off the pitch, a shining light in the often grubby and unpalatable world. Manchester United make decision on Amad and Matthijs de Ligt versus Athletic Bilbao. Amad and Matthijs de Ligt are back in the Man United squad after lengthy absences through injury. Amad and Matthijs de Ligt will not start for Manchester United in their Europa League semi-final first leg against Athletic Bilbao. The pair returned to team training on the eve of United's away tie in the Basque Country, but will be named as substitutes in the San Mamés Stadium. Amad has been sidelined for 2.5 months with an ankle injury, while de Ligt has missed 7 games with a foot problem. United have taken a larger squad than usual as they will stay overnight on Thursday evening and train in Bilbao on Friday before their 2 p.m. kickoff at Brentford in the Premier League on Sunday. To start, no, but they can be on the squad for the game and the rest of the players, United coach Ruben Amorim said. We have a game tomorrow, and then we have to train here Friday, so we need to prepare not just for this game, play this game, but also prepare for the next game against Brentford. We took a lot of especially young kids to prepare for the next game. Jadon Camison, Tyler Fredrickson, Harry Amas, Seko Kone and Cheeto Obi are among the academy players who have traveled to Bilbao. United are playing in their 4th Europa League semi-final in 8 years, having failed to reach the last four of the Champions League since 2011. Victory in the Europa League would secure Champions League football next season for the Premier League's 14th-place team. Amorim reiterated the importance of the only competition that offers United salvation. Not just the team but the fans, you guys also. Everybody knows it's really important for our season, Amorim added. We know nothing is going to save our season, but this can be huge. Winning a trophy, getting in the Champions League to play European games next year could change a lot of things in our club in the summer. Amorim also dismissed any criticism of a bottom-half United or Tottenham winning the competition. Spurs are 16th heading into their semi-final with Bobo/Glimt. I think it's the rules. It's hard to talk about that, Amorim added. Maybe you can say it's not fair because the best teams, the champions, should be in the Champions League. But you have this competition to give value to this competition. It's like one cup in our league. If you win the cup, you go to European games. It's the rules. I don't know if it's fair or not, but if there is that possibility, we have to try and reach it. Amorim was at a loss why United's Europa League form is so much better than their Premier League form. United have scored 12 goals in their 4 knockout ties so far, yet have mustered 12 goals in their past 12 Premier League fixtures. I don't know in that department, Amorim shrugged. Because we had some games that we didn't create situations, but it's not the case in the last games. When we stopped for national teams we had. Football news. Liverpool star makes transfer statement as Man United receive boost. The season is almost over, but there is still plenty for the likes of Arsenal and Manchester United to play for, while Liverpool can now plan for the future after sewing up the Premier League. The Premier League season is nearing its end, and with 4 games remaining, the title race winners and bottom 3 are already complete. Liverpool have enjoyed buoyant celebrations, while Ipswich were confirmed as the final relegated team last weekend. The battle for a spot in the Champions League is just hotting up, however. Newcastle, Manchester City, Chelsea, Nottingham Forest are separated by 2 points, with Aston Villa 2 points further behind. And there is still plenty of British interest in Europe. Manchester United and Tottenham are both fighting for a place in the Europa League final, while Arsenal will be aiming to turn around a first-leg defeat to Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League. Elliott commits to Liverpool. Harvey Elliott has expressed his desire to fight for his place at Liverpool and hopes to spend the rest of his career at the club. The 22-year-old has failed to make a Premier League start under Arne Slot this season and has been linked with a move away as a result. I hope that I can push on next season, Elliott said. This is my team. I am committed to them, and it's just a situation that is always going to have a lot of talk. I just need to think about what is best for my future, my career, and as much as I want it to be here. You never know what is going to happen around the corner. If I had it my way, that would be here. I would play each and every game here and stay here for the rest of my career, but it all depends on managers, the people above, and as I said, you don't know what could happen, but as far as I am aware, I am here to stay, and this is the club I want to be at. Saliba message. William Saliba has called for his Arsenal teammates to show their character as they look to overcome PSG next week. The Gunners star admitted that his side had their struggles, but remains adamant the tie is not over. We struggled a lot in the first 20 minutes, Saliba told French broadcaster Canal+, as per Get French Football News. They ate us a bit. We did a lot of running, chasing the ball. We were better at the end of the first half. It's not over. We hope to win there. We need to take the positive. We can't give up. It's the Champions League. A lot can happen. We'll need to show our character. Man United boost. Manchester United star Ahmad has made his return to first-team training ahead of the Red Devils' clash with Athletic Bilbao. The winger has been out since February with an ankle injury after becoming one of Ruben Amorim's trusted assets. He was joined by Matthijs de Ligt as the Portuguese coach found himself with more options heading into the Europa League semi-final clash. Toby Collier meanwhile trained alone as he continues his own recovery. Snap your hand off. Man United tipped to accept £50 million transfer bid and reinvest in top-class replacement. Man United are reportedly willing to accept offers for one of their players ahead of the summer transfer window. Man United are set to sell several of their players this summer, with the likes of Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, and Antony likely to generate some income in the summer transfer window. Furthermore, the future of academy products Alejandro Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo is uncertain, with reports suggesting that the pair could be sold in order to generate profit for the club. One more player in doubt is goalkeeper Andre Onana, who has had a poor season for the Red Devils and could be sold in the summer. United tipped to accept £50 million Onana bid. After having a mistake-prone season, reports have suggested that Man United could sell Onana this summer, with interest coming from the Saudi Pro League. Ruben Amorim was forced to drop the Cameroon international earlier in April, after he made two crucial mistakes in their Europa League tie against Lyon. According to former Man United scout Mick Brown, United are likely to sell Onana this summer. He has tipped them to accept a bid from the Saudi Pro League. Brown told Football Insider, "I hear some Saudi clubs have been looking at Onana. United will have to put their hands up and admit they made a mistake on that one by paying the best part of £50 million for him. I think it's a move he'd be interested in too, to get out of the spotlight and pressure at Man United. If they can make £50 million back on him, they'd snap your hand off, and they will be looking to make the majority of their money back if he is to leave. The problem then is, how are you going to replace him? Because straight away they'd have to go out and get a replacement with the money coming in for Onana. Who could United replace Onana with? The likely first choice for United at this stage in terms of a goalkeeper is Porto stopper Diogo Costa. However, he has been very strongly linked with a move to rivals Manchester City in recent days. Costa has a £64 million release clause, but City are hoping to get a deal done around the £51 million mark, so United could just bite the bullet and pay his release clause in order to get ahead of their rivals. The Portuguese keeper has been superb for Porto this season, conceding just 44 goals in 41 games. He has also kept 18 clean sheets this year. Other than Costa, Brighton's Bart Verbruggen has also been touted for a move to Old Trafford. The Dutch international is expected to be cheaper than Costa, and has had a solid season at the Amex. He is also younger, aged just 22. Verbruggen has made 36 appearances for Brighton this season, conceding 56 goals and keeping 8 clean sheets, including 6 in the Premier League.